Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is he's pulling your hair out the moment you have a confrontation with him. The scripture comes from Wisdom 11 and 6. Instead of a spring when the perennial river was troubled with impure blood, as a rebuke to the decree for the slaying of infants, you gave them abundant water in an unhoped for way. Once you had shown by the thirst, they then had you punish they then how you punish their adversaries. For when they had been tried, though only mildly chastised, they recognized how the wicked, condemned in anger, were being tormented. Being those afar off and those close by were afflicted. The latter you tested, admonishing them as a father. The former, as a stern king, you probed and condemned. So here's a message for someone. You were going through this trial. You were going through this time in your life where you were constantly being afflicted. You were constantly being punished. You were constantly feeling as though you were tormented. But God showed you immediately, as soon as they did what they did to you, he would do things to them. For someone, this is someone that was purposely poisoning you. They were putting stuff in your drinks and your food so that you would not be able to have a baby. You may have been pregnant, but you didn't even know, and you lost it because of these people. You were in positions to where you were experiencing physical abuse. While this person was trying to abuse you, God was getting on them, okay? And God is saying that it's like every time they thought that something good was happening to them, they would get into it or they would try it, and it would be something that it would be in a way that they didn't wish for, regardless to if they were being blessed because God was blessing you, and it would make them even more angry. Okay, because I'm just giving a vibe that this person or these people may have come to you and said, "Oh, we don't need you. You aren't," just trying to make you feel as though you aren't important and you don't matter. And when God removed you, the blessings they were getting off of you, they no longer had. When God removed you, it hit different. And I just feel like God is saying for somebody, this person, regardless if you want to confront this person about their actions or if they plan to confront you, in reality, they don't have nothing to confront you about because they mistreated you. They did you wrong. And now here they are trying to act as if you are this terrible person they have been going about, and they have been acting like you just did them so wrong. But meanwhile, they have been abusing you. Meanwhile, they have been making you not able to carry properly. Meanwhile, they have been doing everything in their might to destroy you. And God says every time they did something to you, he did something to them. These Egyptians, they treated you so bad. For when they heard that the cause of their own torments was a benefit to these others, they recognized the Lord. They did not realize that the punishment that they did not realize they were enduring a punishment. In some cases, they have been under God's wrath for so long that they weren't able to realize that they were under the wrath. Okay. And while you were there, it's kind of like the blessings that God gave you, they were benefiting off of those blessings. Once God removed you, they realized that they were back under God's wrath. And that's literally the message. Okay. For whoever this is for, God is saying you have no reason to confront this person. You don't have a reason to go back and forth with this person. This person is very abusive. As soon as y'all start arguing, they are going to be abusive towards you. As soon as y'all start arguing, that is this person's entire plan. They have it fixed in their mind already that they are going to come and argue with you to fight with you. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. They are not trying to work it out with you. They are not trying to get along with you. And I'm being reminded of when, like, there are people that even if you are trying to agree with them, even if you are trying to come to an agreement, they will twist and turn and say, well, that's not what I said. No, that's not what I mean. They just want to argue with you. And they want it to get to a point to where y'all fighting. They wanted to get to a point to where there's abuse involved. They wanted to get to a point to where they are hurting you. Don't waste your time with these people. Do not waste your time with these people. God has already rebuked them. God is already handling them. They are under God's wrath, and that is why they are angry and they are upset with you. Because they now realize the only reason they were receiving certain blessings is because they were with you and they were around you. So the blessings that God gave to you, they were enjoying. But now that you have separated yourself from them, now that God has pulled you away from them, they are no longer receiving the blessings that you received from God. They are no longer able to attach themselves to your blessings. God is saying this person is going to come to you acting as if they want to reconcile. They are going to come to you acting as if they want to get along. They are going to come to you and they will have it pictured as if you tell them, I don't want to talk to you and I don't want to work it out. No, we're not going to work. We're just going to let it go. They are going to act as if you are mistreating them and they are so hurt. They may even let a few tears flow. The only reason they are upset and they are crying is because they cannot touch you if you tell them no. They cannot. It's basically a situation where they are trying to make themselves look good. They are trying to make themselves look like the good guy. They want to make it seem as though they are putting forth effort to fix things. And the only reason y'all ended up arguing or fighting is because you wouldn't agree with them and you wouldn't come to terms with them. They have the story is already put together. But if you shut it down before they even fix their mouth to try to argue with you and say, I don't even feel like talking to you today. I'm not about to argue with you. I don't want to work. No, we don't have time. It's no point. You cannot come to a conclusion with a demon. You cannot come to a conclusion with the demon. The Israelites were not able to come to a conclusion with the Egyptians. They were not able to do this. They had no rights. The Egyptians took away all their rights. They didn't even have rights to keep the children because the Egyptians were deliberately throwing the children away. God says it's no point in you trying to argue with this person because this person is looking at you as if you are an Israelite slave that belongs to them. That is how they are thinking. They picture you in their mind that they need to come and put hands on you so that you'll act right. And they need to come and do this so you'll do that. And they need to come and let you know this. They need to I hear God saying, set the record straight. They need to come and set the record straight. And they need to come and do this. And they need to come and do that. For some of you, they feel like they want you to stop talking. For some of you, they want you to stop telling the truth. They want you to not be able to tell your truth and walk in your truth. And they are upset because your truth is the truth. And their truth is a lie. And it's obvious that they're lying. It's obvious that they're telling a lie. It's obvious that they're telling a lie. For some of you, you have proof. You have places where they have pulled on your hair. You have bruises where they have been hitting you. You have proof. You have proof that this person is not the person they are trying to seem to be. They are not the person that they are trying to perceive. They're trying to perceive themselves as if they are just such a good person and they're so wonderful, and you're the awful person because you left them and now everything has fallen apart. They leave out the part where they were abusing you. They leave out the part where they were mistreating you. They leave out the part where they were antagonizing you. They leave out the part where they were destroying your things. They leave out the part where they were making life miserable for you. They leave out the part where they were treating you as if you were not a partner, you were not a friend, you were a slave and a servant to them. God says that he himself is rebuking this person. You have no reason to go back and forth with them. You don't need to argue with them. You don't need to, no, you don't have to do none of that. You ain't even got to worry about that, because in reality, they trying to make themselves seem as though they are so innocent, and they are not. They are guilty, guilty, guilty. That's the message. That's the message. God say this person don't want to do nothing but fight. They want to do, that's what they want to fight. But they are fighting with God, and they going to lose that battle. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.